Happy Halloween, guys. I'm here in a pumpkin patch, surrounded by pumpkins and beautiful black and orange Nike Dunks. Halloween is a really special holiday at the ShoeZeum because the first time that I unveiled the ShoeZeum to the world was on October 27th, 2010, when Meg Whitman, the former CEO of eBay, came by for a guided tour and we hosted a rally because she was running for governor of California. At that time, the first exhibit in the ShoeZeum was a Halloween display. Later on, the Halloween display became a part of the holiday exhibit at the ShoeZeum, and these shoes were on display next to pumpkins, masks, black and orange lights, super duper cool. Some of the shoes in the display were inspired by Halloween, and other ones were just black and orange and just sort of fit well in that exhibit. I want to walk you through the shoes that were on display in the ShoeZeum. And we're going to start here with this pair of LD 1000s. These are retro waffles. They originally came out in the 1970s and were re-released about 30 years later. You can see that they're black and orange. They're made to look vintage with these yellowing midsoles and worn outsoles. Very, very cool. And I thought the 70s needed to be represented in the Halloween exhibit. I've also got this pair of Blazers. Remember, Blazers first came out in 1972, but at that time they were basketball shoes. These Blazers are skateboarding shoes. They're the Lance Mountain edition, solar orange on solar orange. That's the colorway on the box. It's got this cool Lance Mountain logo on the heel. Lance Mountain was one of the original pro skaters in the Bones Brigade in the 1980s. There's a lot of really cool documentaries about that era. Check it out if you're interested. Anyway, these shoes were on display in the ShoeZeum, a skateboarding edition of the Blazer that came out in the 2000s, not in the 70s. Over here, we're going to have another pair of orange and black shoes. These are Nike Dunks. Remember, the Dunk was the first basketball shoe that was made to match college uniforms. They originally came out in 1985. These are retros that came out years later. They're the Holland edition. Very, very cool, good-looking shoe. Bright orange upper. They really popped in the Halloween exhibit. And now I want to get to some shoes that were really inspired by Halloween. And we're going to start here with a pair of Air Force Ones. I scored these at a Nike clearance store for $59.99. They're black patent leather. There are actually two different Halloween edition patent leather Air Force Ones. I only have this pair. They're really cool because they're split black patent leather on one side, orange patent leather on the other side, and they have this skull on the heel that's sort of reminiscent of the Scream mask. Of course, they were on display in the ShoeZeum with a Scream mask next to them. There's a whole lot of different holiday Air Force Ones, so it's no surprise that there's two different Halloween ones. Valentine's Day, Easter, St. Patty's Day. There's actually two Easter ones. There's a Christmas, a Thanksgiving. They really went to town with Air Force Ones inspired by holidays. And then over here, the last pair of Halloween shoes comes in a pink box, so you know they're Nike SBs. These Dunks are a Halloween edition, and it's very subtle. It's a black upper with orange label that says Nike SB, an orange Nike on the heel, gum soles, and really the thing that makes them Halloween-esque are the extra laces that are orange and white. They came out in 2005, very, very clean black suede Nike Dunk. I'm really surprised that Nike hasn't made more Halloween shoes for men. There's actually a lot of kids' Halloween shoes, and there's some glow-in-the-dark Dunks, but for the last few years, Nike hasn't released any, and I'm really surprised because Halloween is such a popular holiday, and people would be all over the shoes. Anyway, happy Halloween from the ShoeZeum, from the pumpkin patch, and from all of these Nikes.